Now you'll never guess where I am today, because I'm not at a trade fair, but I'm at the Heimer Centre in Bad Waldsee in southern Germany, and this is a Dethleffs, and it's at the Heimer Centre because it's part of the Irwin Heimer group. So this is a Dethleffs Globus T1, costs 70,144, kicks off at 51,500. What's interesting about this van is the size, just under 6 meters, 220 in width, 281 in height, and ready to go 2,812 kilos. So you've got there, well, that would weigh empty around 2,600. So there's plenty of payload ready to go to people. A bit of water, a bit of fuel. I don't really know them, they'll work it out, but given old people sort of weigh different amounts. Now I like this van. It's very much similar, I think, to the Heimer van that I used to have, and it's okay, size is roughly the same, layout is very similar. I like a bed like this, but what I don't like is seeing space wasted, and up here that's precisely what we've got, and these things here don't seem to be very strong to me. So there's a company called Kipor who ought to employ me, because the amount of advertising I do for them. They've got far better things than what these rather flimsy things up there, and they could start doing that. And also they're thicker, so you could actually use that as it is. That ledge up there is next to useless, except for perhaps keeping your telephone, because there is a USB thing up there. I don't know how good the USB is. I read an article, well, it was about 3 years ago now, but about how most cars can just about keep the navigation going, but they can't actually, they can't keep charging. That's cars I'm talking about, not vans. But you can also get in below like that. I'm hoping this is strong, so because the Kipor system is really strong. Anyway, having made that point there, what I don't like, now there's a window at both ends. Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing? Now, one reason I like to look out the window. That to me is a great thing. And when I was in Italy, I could sit on my front and look out at the castle. I'll lie on my front, I should say, and look out at the castle and the sea. But if you want to sort of prop yourself up in bed, it's not such a good idea. And here's something I did 2 nights ago. I don't know why I did it, but I actually kicked the blind bit. Okay, it's a different system in my van, but I kicked this and I dislodged it. I did that in my sleep. So I was probably dreaming I was at Wembley, you know, and it was I was taking one of the penalties in the World Cup final or something like that. Anyway, no, that was a joke. I didn't dream that. I don't know what I dreamt of. Right, so you've got a bit of space down here. So how are you going to get into the bed? Via this step. You can keep some stuff in there. You keep some breathable stuff in there as well, so you've got a hole in it. You could, the beekeeping, for example, you could keep your bees in there. Right, and that's it. So I think that step's big enough to manage. Oh, that's a nice size. And no, I'm a big fan of duck boards, because I don't like coming in with wet feet every time I use the toilet. But I do like that bumpy floor. Sorry, there's a bumpy floor. You see the bumpy floor? I don't like those size plug holes though. Right, here we've got a slidey thing. Oh, my hair's out of place. That's how it's sliding. Well, not really slide, it sort of comes out. Right, and there's the shower. They've taken out the hose. They used to do that at trade fairs as well. They seem to have stopped now. The point of that is it keeps your toilet from getting wet, I think, or the back wall. I don't know. At least though you can have a shower with everything in this position, and the sink's pretty large as well. What about the door? See if it works. Yep. No problem there. Sensible sliding door. Look how easy that slides in and out. Let's try it from the other side as well. Now, you see the point of doing that? You can see this thing here, which in Polish is called a paravan. I don't know what it's called in English. Write down the word in English and I'll try and remember. Right, we've got here, I've got some drawers. Mind you, we could do a bit. Really, it's too much effort to put a wall in. Okay, there I can understand why there's no wall, because you've got the gas. There you've got your three things: your heating, your cooking, and your fridge. Right. Well, this is relatively standard in a vehicle of this size. Here's something. All ventilation should be open when gas appliances are in use, i.e. skylight. Open flames are not to be used for heating. Well, I bet we all do it, but can you imagine that every time you have to, it says here clearly you've got to open it. So it's pouring with rain or snow, but because that's in the instructions, you open all the skylights and then you make a claim on the insurance for the damage, water damage to your seats. Alright, here's the fridge. And above. Huge table, very nice. Nice seating group for a vehicle of this size. And no, obviously a two-person van. You may say, well, why do you need so many seats? Well, the thing is, I think two people have to sit up front, and personally I like to be in front of the person I'm with. I don't like sitting side by side. I was watching a film last night called Gold, and Roger Moore took Susanna York to a restaurant and they sat next to each other rather than opposite each other, and I thought I was a bit daft. I appreciate that the cameraman was on the other side, but anyway, maybe I'm just weird. I want to sort of sit in front of the person I'm with. Right, extension there. That's for your step, but I don't need it because there's one already there. Got a mirror there. You can see the camera through the mirror. Let's go out. Ventilations for the appliances in here. The fridges. That's not where sorry, that is where the fridge is. Electrical hookup, and there you have a garage at the far side there on the right hand side. I'm not going to get in there because it's there's a vehicle blocking it. That's where the gas goes. That's called a Glot 1. Alright, gas, I'd have to open this. And this one here's the toilet. You see, they've started putting these things in here sort of to fool you where the toilet might be. T1 Globus GT. Yeah, I'll show you some of these other vans. I'll show you some more Dethleffs. Here's a Pulse Classic. It's got a 5-year guarantee, but for what? Oh, for new and used vehicles. 76,006. Oh no, sorry, we've got to give it that price, I suppose. 69,000. It is 741 centimeters long, 233 wide, 300 in height. It's got a flat floor. Well, this one's got a flat floor. It's got a flat floor to the very end. Right, so you've got this thing here to close off the bedroom. Now, Cartago does a line in these things. These hard, sort of the real solid wood door, as Cartago puts it. You know, I'd rather cloth myself, because once you start going, this is the noise you get. There will be a way of actually holding it in place so it makes less noise with this thing here, but I can see that getting broken in no time at all. And if you want to, you can close this off here. I should have turned the lights on. There you go. What's this one here for? And it does have a sensible sliding door in the bathroom. And I've got most of the hose on that, but not all of it. And there's another bed. Definitely prefer the first one. Let's look at the next one. Right, Dethleffs Trend. Integrated 7057 EBL was the price. 80,000 euros. 740 centimeters long. 294 in height, 233 in width. Got a couple of daft seats like that. So you could pretend you're in a private jet. You could drive it off the edge of a cliff, and for a few seconds you can imagine you're in a private jet. Right. Big step there. Mess on the bed, but it's fair enough. I mean, sure, the toilet. See if this is an improvement on the rest of it. There you go. Right, and here's another Trend, the big one. Integrated 7057 dBm, also 80,000, also 740. So I didn't even notice there was any difference between the two of them. So this one, he's got a queen bed. Well, I definitely prefer this, but also for 80,000, I think there's better options. It doesn't even have a double floor. Pulse GT 7051 at a cost of 84.5, 740 centimeters long. Still, I think this is partially an improvement, in my opinion. Others may disagree. Kitchen's nice. Nice big table. Definitely prefer the T1. That's for me, of course. Dethleffs Trend Integrated 6757. This is 7 meters, well, under 7 meters, and costs 78,000. Same daft seats at the front. Right, double bed at the back with a pile of stuff piled on it. Well, that's fair enough. I pile stuff on my bed as well when I'm moving. There's the bath, there's the shower, bath, toilet. Sorry, got that wrong. This is the shower. Please note which one's the shower and which one's the toilet, because if not, you could end up making a mess in the wrong place and then you have to clear it up. Oh, it's a special model, 7057 DBM. Mind you, most of the models here seem to be special models. There you are, special price, 64,000. It's 741 centimeters long, 233 wide, and 290 in height. Well, you can't appreciate that really because there's a bed up there, but well, I can appreciate it actually because I can stand up under the bed. This bed's quite high, which means there's going to be a lot of storage. Key goes in there to get the bed to come down. And that's it for this company, because it is right hand side I've got Heimer, left hand side I've got Carrado, and this is the Dethleffs range. So I hope you find that of interest, and if you do, you might want to subscribe, and there will appear something on the left and something on the right above, and one is to subscribe and the other is my link on Patreon. But now as I come back to the van I started off with, which is this one, the Globus T1, which I think is the best one in the collection from Dethleffs, in my opinion. That is here. So thanks for watching.